and on TikTok. This is freaking amazing. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Okay, let's get into it. Thank you on TikTok for y'all being patient with me. Today I'm going to be talking about, as the title says, you see it says the inflammation-exhaustion cycle women over 50 need to understand. There's science and solutions behind both of them. So if you see my post, well, there's going to be a post that come out today. But let me say happy Monday to you. Thank you for checking in. I hope y'all are well. I hope y'all are well after this snowstorm. Before we get started, let's get into locations. And I got some questions for you. So first of all, where are you calling in from? I'm calling in from New York City, Harlem, NYC. And I need you also tell me where you're calling in from. Let me shout you out. And at the same time, I'm going to ask you to also type yes. Type yes if you're exhausted by 2 p.m. most days. By 2 p.m. And if it's not by 2 p.m., is before the day is over that you normally would go to sleep. Type that in. All right. Type yes in if that's you. Also, let me know if you are and tap the screen. Connecticut is in the house. Connecticut is in the house. Thank you, Connecticut. Thank you, Connecticut, for chiming in. Let's see. And since this is my first time on YouTube, y'all, I don't know what I'm looking for on here. I don't know. I do see the timer going off. I do see the timer. But as far as following through with anything or understanding this, I just don't know. I don't know. Anywho, so let's get into it. Today, we're going to dive deep into something that's stealing your energy, the inflammation-exhaustion cycle. And most of you don't even know what's happening. You said not as much as it used to. Okay. And do you have the same energy as you used to, as long as you used to? That's the question. That's the question, right? So here's what I want to hear from women. Here's what I hear from women in our community. You know, the second season circle. You wake up tired. By 2 p.m., you're done. Brain fog makes everything harder. Brain fog makes everything harder. We all know that. I know it does for me. Okay. And you think it's just aging. You think it's just aging, but it's not. It's not. Research shows that after menopause, women experience higher levels of systematic inflammation, and that inflammation is directly stealing your energy. So let's talk about that. I know I can relate. I'm 63. Okay. I understand what it feels like when your body won't cooperate the way it used to. For me, recently, it just seemed like since December, I've been on like I don't know, maybe if to me in my mind, it's like I'm ready to hibernate, for the winter. I'm ready to pack it up, turn it in, change put everything away and go somewhere for a minute. It feels like all I want to do is rest, take it easy, and all of that. Thank you for sharing, Leslie. Thank you for sharing. And like I said, I understand what it feels like when your body won't cooperate with you the way it used to. I've learned that inflammation is at the root of this. So much of what we're experiencing, okay, deals with inflammation. So in the chat, type what symptoms you're experiencing right now: exhaustion, brain fog, joint pain, trouble sleeping, all of the above, something I haven't mentioned, a little more collagen. A little more. Started collagen. Oh, you started collagen. Okay, I got it. I got it. Today, I'm breaking down the full cycle, why it happens, why your doctor misses it, and what you can actually do about it. Okay? Let me break down what's happening to your body. This is the inflammation exhaustion cycle. Number one, after menopause, your estrogen drops. Estrogen has anti inflammatory properties. Without it, your body's inflammation markers go up. Step two, the inflammation triggers a cortisol spike. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It gives you a burst of energy, but then you crash. Step three, the crash depletes your energy. You don't sleep well. Poor sleep increases inflammation, and the cycle starts again. It's a vicious cycle. Inflammation, cortisol spike, energy depletion, poor sleep, more inflammation. And here's why your doctor misses this. They treat the symptoms individually. Sleep pills for insomnia, pain meds for joint pain, antidepressants for brain fog. And nobody's looking at the whole picture. Type cycle if you recognize this pattern in yourself. Let me see if Leslie said anything else here. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. Now, let me tell you why this hits women over 50 so hard. Research shows that estrogen isn't just about reproduction, it's a powerful anti inflammatory hormone. It regulates your immune system, it protects your brain, it keeps inflammation in check. Okay? When your estrogen drops after menopause, you don't you lose that protection. Your body's inflammation response goes into overdrive. And when that occurs, women over 50, in addition to what they're dealing with, like stress from life transitions, decades of accumulated stress in your body, sleep disruptions from hot flashes and all the other menopause isms, loss of muscle mass that would normally help regulate inflammation. All of these create the perfect storm for chronic inflammation. So listen up, hang in here, stay in here, because I'm going to tell you how to get on the other side of this. I hear from women in our community that they feel betrayed by their bodies. You did everything right, and now your body won't cooperate. Your body isn't betraying you, okay? It's responding to hormonal changes that nobody prepared you for. The women who took the survey, that data shows that 51.9% of women over 50 are overwhelmed by health and body changes. Respectfully so. Okay? Because it ain't operating the same way like it used to. You like, whose body is this? When you look in the mirror and the way it's acting and doing all kinds of mood swings and hot flashes and joint pains and not being able to sleep, you're like, what is going on with me? With the brain fog, body odor changes. There's so much happening. You're like, whose body is this? So you're not alone in this. You're not the only one going through this. It's nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed about or hide in secret or suffer in silence at all. You're not alone. I'll say that again. Drop a heart if brain fog is ruining and running your life right now. Drop a heart. All right, here's what actually helps break this cycle. And I'm speaking from what I do at 63. Number one, anti-inflammatory foods. I make anti-inflammatory broth, usually vegetable broth, but sometimes I put a couple of bones in there, lamb bones, that is, once a month, and freeze it in portions. Bone broth, turmeric, ginger, garlic, and it's not complicated, y'all. It's not complicated. I batch it, freeze it, and use it all month. Now you could make this on top of the stove, or you could put it in a crock pot, pressure cooker, whatever works for you. For me, I like one pot meals. I'm not trying to cook 2 and 3 different things. I don't have the bandwidth for it right now. With everything I can put in one pot and make it is good. Okay. Research shows that omega-3 fatty acids, colorful vegetables, and herbs like turmeric directly reduce inflammation markers. This isn't theory, it's science. Okay. So we're not talking about some back room conversation. Science. Gentle daily movement, not intense workouts that spike cortisol more. Gentle movements. I jump rope 5 to 10 minutes most days. I try 5. And a couple of times a day, you go out and you jump 50, 100 rotations a couple of times. It helps with balance, and it's anti-inflammatory. Plus, jumping rope also helps to drain your lymphatic system. Okay. Research shows that consistent, gentle movement reduces systematic inflammation better than occasional intense exercise. Yes, Tai Chi is good. We gotta start doing weight bearing exercises to get that bone density going on, Leslie. You can't just do Tai Chi. You gotta also do planks, jumps, all that stuff to create bone density. Solution number 3, stress reduction. Chronic stress helps keep cortisol elevated, which keeps inflammation high. You need practices that actually lower your cortisol. Deep breathing, walking in nature, connection with women who get it. Solution number 4, sleep quality, not just quantity, quality. Cool room, dark room. Vegan sheets, as somebody told me, which was one time I was, yes, burpees is good. When somebody was talking about vegan sheets, I was like, what the heck is vegan sheets? And then I looked it up. It's bamboo sheets, which I already have bamboo sheets. Bamboo sheets stay cool. So when you get in that warm, that heated movement, you can move your legs around the bed and find another cool spot. That's what I do at night. Okay, let me go over this again. Solution number 4, sleep quality, not just sleep quality, not just sleep quantity, quality. A cool room, dark room, cool sheets, natural fiber, meaning bamboo. Here's the key. Small, consistent actions beat complicated protocols. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You need sustainable practices that you can do regularly on a consistent basis. Small things. All right. Type healing if you're ready to address this holistically. Inside the second season circle, we address inflammation holistically with community support, because you can't do this alone. I don't care how much you try. Thank you for typing healing, but you can't do it alone. You need women who understand, who are implementing these same practices, who can share what's working for them. Women in our community are breaking the inflammation exhaustion cycle together, not with complicated protocols, with simple, sustainable practices and peer wisdom in a judgment-free environment. Here's what's to do next. Complete the survey if you haven't already. The link is in my bio or description, and pass it along to someone else who can benefit. You know, to complete this survey. My goal this year is to collect 1,000 women to share their experiences. And if you're serious and ready to have a conversation about maximizing your second season with energy and clarity, book your connection call. The link is in the description or in my bio. Spots are still available this week in the second season circle as well. Let's address inflammation together. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Put the questions in the box right now. Put the questions in the box right now. Questions in the box. Okay, I'm over here checking on what's going on here on live on YouTube. Okay, so here's something that just may come up for y'all. Something that may come up for you. You might be thinking, how long before I see improvements? Research shows that you can see improvements in your energy within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent anti-inflammatory practices. Here's the key: consistent, not perfect, not complicated, just consistent daily actions. That's why community support matters. It keeps you consistent when motivation drops. Motivation is temporary, baby. People on a whole exercise thing, and this snowstorm came, and if they wasn't able to make it to the gym, they probably didn't exercise. So, and this is what happens, right? They go into the gym, and then what happens? Something like this happens, the snowstorm, and then it takes them off their path, and then they won't go back to the gym. That's the first fall off is about to happen on January. By January 31st, you'll see the gym drop. I've been doing this for years, seeing it happen. Gym is flooded in January, the first week of January. And by the end of January, they drop off until the gym drops back to its natural, amount of people by March. 3 months. The first quarter, as it changes. Okay, you might be thinking, I can't jump rope. What can I do instead? Jumping rope is what I do. Okay, you need to find what works for your body. Gentle walking, swimming, chair yoga, walk upstairs. Like I told my 91-year-old, walk up the stairs. The goal is movement that feels good, not movement that injures you. Start where you are. You got to start somewhere. You're not sure, you're confused about what to do, book a connection call. If you need help figuring this out, you're figuring out your movement practice, okay? Another thing you could be thinking is, should I get my inflammation markers tested? You can. CRP tests show inflammation levels. But here's my take. You already know you have inflammation if you're exhausted by 2 p.m. or before your day is over, with brain fog. Test confirms what you already feel. Start with anti-inflammatory practices now. Don't wait for a test to give you permission to take care of yourself. If you're thinking, what about supplements for inflammation? Here's what I know is true. Omega-3s and turmeric supplements show research-backed benefits, and foods should be first. Supplements support, they don't replace. Focus on anti-inflammatory foods, gentle movement, stress reduction, sleep. Then add supplements if needed. Don't skip the foundation chasing a pill, because ain't no quick fix out here, boo. Before we go, If inflammation is stealing your energy and you're ready to address it holistically, here's what you can do. Complete the survey if you have not already. The link is in my bio or the description. Share your experience. We need 1,000 women. Pass the survey along to your friend if you've already done it. And if you're serious about maximizing your second season with energy and clarity, book a connection call. The link is in the description or the bio. You don't have to do this alone. I'm going to say that again. You don't have to do this alone. And if you don't have any questions or anything else, you got a contribution you want to share, say, whatever, put it in the chat. Let me hear from you. If that's it and you don't have anything else to share, and if you made a call and didn't keep your call, book another call. Life be lifing, things be happening. Or make sure when you book your call that you actually keep the call. Make it at a time you know you're going to show up. And remember, TikTok, I am exiting off this app. So you will find me on YouTube under Hardy Life. Remember, age is just a number. It's not a limitation. I want you to remember, be amazing. Until next time.